Hey everyone, Austin here, and Sonic Forces.
Sonic Forces was shown off in 2016 alongside Sonic Mania, and with it getting rid of all the sports tape, blue arms, and steroid knuckles, and returning back to the boost formula of modern Sonic, a lot of people are excited for Sonic Forces. But many people were excited. Modern Sonic was back, everything around him looked destroyed, and hey, Classic Sonic's here too. And because of Classic Sonic's inclusion, everyone thought this would be a Generations 2, and I even thought so as well. Way back when I made my Ultimate AMC Commentates video, all the way back in July of 2016. I'll leave an annotation card if you want to go check it out. But as the months went by, people were getting a little bit more, how should I say this? A little bit more cautious. As gameplay clips were being released, it was shown that we were getting another Green Hill stage. Huh. And this was after Sonic Generations Green Hill, Sonic Mania Green Hill, Sonic Lost World Green Hill, and Sonic 4 Green Hill. And along with that, there would also be 2D modern Sonic sections and stages, and those looked to be more apparent than the 3D sections.
But after all that, I was still very much looking forward to the game, and I was unfortunately unable to play it at launch and a little after that. But I got it as a Christmas present, so what do I think of it?
The story of Sonic Forces, Sonic dies, the end.
And I don't want to see me.
I'm just joking. Dr. Eggman is creating a new weapon with the power of the Phantom Ruby, which you might remember was from Sonic Mania, but more on that later, and is caught trying to take over his city, but is stopped thanks to Sonic and friends. But Sonic is suddenly beaten by the returning Zavok, Chaos, Metal Sonic, and Shadow, and the newcomer Infinite, who houses the power of the Phantom Ruby and beats Sonic down to the ground. After that, Sonic is assumed dead. Eggman has taken over the world and a resistance has formed, with the leader of it being Knuckles, who takes his job way too seriously.
Whatever it is that finished Sonic. Sorry, I'm still not used to saying that.
None of this is good, Vector. That's why it's called war.
They soon recruit a new member to their team, that being your custom created character, and it's your job to go out there and get the job done. That is until Sonic is shown to be still alive. Eggman was just keeping Sonic held captive and tortured.
Something doesn't seem right here.
Now, two things first off. One, Silver says that Tails has lost it, and yet next time we see him he looks and sounds fine. Maybe a little depressed, but nowhere near lost it. And two, they say that Eggman was torturing Sonic for the 6 months he's been missing, and yet when we cut back to him, he's perfectly fine, doing cunning quips, no bumps, bruises, or anything like that. And also, can we talk about Sonic's characterization for a moment? Now, I really like what the writers did with Sonic's character. He is what I would expect from a modern Sonic, not sometimes cheesy and too friendly like how he was in Sonic Colors. And not to say that Sonic in Sonic Colors was all that bad. He very much had his moments, but this Sonic's characterization I just like a lot more.
Oh, hey, sounds like the party started. Want to let me go and join in? No? Of course not. You hate fun. Your concern is touching, Knuckles. Oh, great. See, Infinite? Now we're getting to know each other. So, what's your favorite color? Do you like long, romantic walks on the beach? What's the source of your power? You can skip the first two questions if you like.
But anyways, Sonic breaks out of his cell while beating up Zavok in the process and saving our Avatar, who was sent here on a mission to save Sonic after hearing that he was still alive. Then we cut to Tails, who's trying to fix a broken Omega, when all of a sudden Chaos comes out from under a man cover and is about to attack Tails, when Classic Sonic comes out of a portal out of nowhere to save the day. Now remember how I mentioned the Phantom Ruby earlier? Well, that's the same ruby that was used in Sonic Mania, and somehow Dr. Eggman got his hands on it. And also, at the end of Sonic Mania, after defeating Dr. Robotnik, the Phantom Ruby starts going nuts, causing Classic Sonic to be teleported here. But after that, the rest of the story is just a group going around defeating Eggman's forces, no pun intended, putting a stop to Infinite, sending Classic Sonic back to his time, and the Avatar running off to their next adventure.
Now, Sonic Forces' story is very much a typical Stop Dr. Eggman and his new invention story, with a bit of Knuckles taking this way too seriously.
None of this is good, Vector. That's why it's called war.
Okay, Knuckles, we get it!
Now with the story out of the way, we can finally talk about the gameplay, and I've heard a lot of mixed things about the gameplay and how it controls. So what do I think of it?
Now let's deal with the elephant in the room, that being Classic Sonic. Now I've heard a lot of complaints about Classic Sonic's controls and how he controls like 2 cinder blocks were replaced with his shoes, and that his control wasn't as good as it was in Generations.
They aren't all entirely wrong.
Now I went back and I played some Classic Sonic stages in Generations, and yes, his control isn't as nice, but his control isn't terrible or unplayable. I never really felt a struggle while playing as Classic Sonic for the most part. I had a lot of fun with the stages. Now, Modern Sonic controls about the same as he did in Generations, except for the spin dash slide thing that he did. And the custom created avatar controls about the same as Modern Sonic, except without the boost. So instead, the avatar has a grappling hook.
Grappling hook!
That they use as their version of the homing attack. They also have weapons called Wispins. Ha! Get it? Because they use the Wisps, and they're in a gun, and this joke isn't funny. But I like the Wispins, except for the hammer. That would put you at a stop whenever you used it. But the other ones, like the Burst Whips, that's a flamethrower. The Lightning Wisp, that gives you a lightning whip, and so on and so forth. With certain Wispins, you can use their special ability, like the Lightning Wispin gives you basically the light speed dash, and the Burst Whips gives you a little rocket boost jump. And that's a really cool idea.
Now, it may seem like I'm praising the game here, but let's get down to Sonic Force's biggest problem here. Its level design.
Sonic Force's level design was handled by 2 newbies and 1 person who worked on Sonic Lost World. And that's Sonic Force's biggest problem, is its level design. But not to say all of the levels in Sonic Force were bad. I really liked Eggate, Metropolitan Highway, Sunset Heights, the Luminous Forest. Those stages I thought, for the most part, were fine. But for everything else, they were just sorta
meh.
The level design, in my opinion, is flawed. Not bad, but decent. It doesn't really ever give you a reason to explore for secrets or hidden pathways. Sure, there are some, but very rarely do I ever find any. The amount of boost pads is a little excessive. The boss fights I thought were fun, and I really liked Metal Sonic's boss fight and Infinite's first boss fight. They put an auto-scroll section in a classic Sonic stage. What? And can I just talk about how many rings this game gives you? I got 100 rings about 53 seconds into a stage. And Sonic Forces doesn't have any lives anymore, so these rings are basically useless. It would have been cool to use these as currency for your avatar, maybe for buying upgrades to your Wispin, or getting special clothing. We don't even have Super Sonic in this game. That's free DLC for right now, but soon they're gonna make it so you have to pay $1.99 for it. And while on the subject of DLC for this game, there's a prologue to this story called Episode Shadow, where you guessed it, you play as Shadow, 1 month before Dr. Eggman takes over the world. It gives us a little bit more backstory to who Infinite is, but besides that, it's nothing special. It's only about 3 stages long.
So that was Sonic Forces. I really wish this game did like a lot better. I feel if they took out Classic Sonic and they had Modern Sonic go through all 3D sections and then have the Avatar do, take care of the 2D and 3D, have a little splice of both. That would have been better, because Classic Sonic fans have already gotten their slice of cake, twice actually, Generations and Mania. I just think if we were to maybe have some, Modern Sonic fans work on the game, alongside, some Sonic team members, sort of do what Sonic Mania did, except, let's have a collaboration of the two, Sonic fans and Sonic team, working together, because, if they're running out of ideas again, I don't want something to happen, Boom, or Sonic 06, or Shadow the Hedgehog again, that would be terrible. And some Johnny has explained, the Sonic fans and Sonic team, my feelings towards that a lot better than I'm doing right now. So, if you want to check out his video, you will. I'll leave a link in annotation somewhere. But yeah, he explains it a lot better than I do. Yeah, but I don't know exactly where to put this on my list of Sonic games. Certainly not above Sonic Generations or Mania or Adventure 2. But it might be past Sonic Lost World. And I sort of like Sonic Lost World. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if I was rambling a little too much. I don't think I would. I was, but yeah. Hope your 2018 has been going good so far, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.